Once upon a time, in a bustling town filled with noise and trade, there lived a humble merchant who earned his living by selling salt. He had two sons. The younger one was charming, confident, and full of words. But the elder, he was quiet, shy, and afraid to speak. While the world praised the younger son, they mocked the elder. People took advantage of his innocence, and even his own father grew frustrated with him. "You're too timid," the merchant would shout. "You'll never survive in business if you can't even speak up." Those words sank deep in the boy's heart. His self-esteem shattered. He began to believe he truly was a fool. As the years passed, fear became his shadow. During exams, his hands trembled so much that he forgot everything he had studied. When his father asked him to help in the shop, his nervousness caused mistakes, which only brought more anger. One day, while his father was away, a few cunning men entered the shop and said, "Your father sent us to collect all the salt sacks for delivery." The young man hesitated. His heart raced. He wanted to ask for proof, but fear held his tongue. By the time he gathered courage, the men were gone, and so was all the salt. When his father returned and saw the empty shelves, his rage was uncontrollable. "You fool! You've ruined me! Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!" Those words broke him completely. Ashamed and heartbroken, he walked to the riverbank. The laughter of townspeople echoed in his mind. Fool, weakling, failure. He thought, maybe the world would be better without me. And as he stepped closer to the edge, a hand suddenly grabbed his arm. It was a young monk who happened to pass by. "Why did you stop me?" the young man cried. "My life is worthless." The monk looked at him gently and said, "Life is given only once. As long as you breathe, you have the power to change it. If you give up now, you'll never know what you were truly capable of." The young man sobbed. "I'm shy. My father hates me. Everyone calls me a fool. Do I even deserve to live?" The monk smiled softly. "Come with me. My teacher will give you the answer." Reluctantly, he followed the monk to an ashram where an old saint sat under a great banyan tree, deep in meditation. When the young man saw him, he fell to his knees and cried, "You're my last hope. If you can't help me, I'll end my life." The saint listened quietly and said, "I will give you the secret to change your life, but first, you must follow my instructions for 3 days." On the first day, the saint said, "Go and talk to 10 strangers. Ask them about their lives." The young man's stomach twisted with fear, but he did it. Some ignored him, some were rude, but a few smiled. By evening, for the first time, he felt proud. He had done something brave. On the second day, the saint said, "Teach 10 children the importance of water." The man panicked. "I'm not educated. How can I teach?" The saint smiled. "They don't know that. Just share what you know." He stood before the children, hands shaking, voice trembling, but he spoke, and when it was over, they clapped. He couldn't believe it. He had spoken without fear. On the third day, the saint gave him the hardest task. "Go back to your father. Ask for forgiveness." The young man's heart nearly stopped. "He'll never forgive me." The saint replied, "If you cannot face your past, you cannot change your future." So the young man went home, bowed his head, and said, "Father, I'm sorry. I promise I'll prove my worth." Seeing the sincerity in his son's eyes, the merchant forgave him and gave him another chance. When the young man returned, he asked the saint, "Now tell me, what's the secret to success?" The saint smiled. "My child, you already found it. Your enemy was never your shyness, it was your fear. People see you the way you present yourself. Even if you don't feel confident, act confident. True strength comes from believing in yourself." Years later, that same young man became a respected businessman, wise, calm, and admired by all. Confidence isn't something we are born with. It's something we build, step by step, by facing the things we fear the most. Remember, our biggest limits exist only in our minds. Fear holds us back, but courage can transform everything. So believe in yourself, take that first step, and you'll find a strength you never knew you had.